Imagine standing before 7 immense gates, each a threshold between the realms of the living and the dead. Guardianship is absolute here, under the watchful eye of a figure entrusted with enforcing the divine boundary. This is the domain of Neti, the vigilant gatekeeper of the Sumerian underworld, whose steadfast duty ensures that only the rightful cross into the depths below. Tonight we journey into ancient mysticism, exploring the legacy of this enigmatic entity. Let's begin.
In our fast-paced modern world, we often rush through transitions, daily routines, life changes, and moments of loss without fully acknowledging what we leave behind or the new phase we step into. The ancient myth of Neti, chief gatekeeper of the Sumerian underworld, reminds us of the profound importance of passage and respect for boundaries. This figure's story brings us back to the solemn spaces where transformation happens, urging mindfulness amid change. Neti's origins lie deep within Sumerian mythology. The underworld, known as Kur or Aralu, is surrounded by 7 gates, each representing a formidable barrier between life and death. Neti's role was none other than to guard these gates, acting as the enforcer of divine decree, serving the queen of the underworld, Ereshkigal. Imagine the imposing architecture of Ganzir, the outermost gate, etched in ancient stone, standing as a threshold that few dare approach. Visualize Neti not as an abstract force, but as a figure emanating a quiet but absolute authority, imbued with the solemn responsibility to maintain cosmic order. The myth of Inanna's descent to the underworld is central to understanding Neti's role. Inanna, goddess of love, war, and fertility, seeks to enter the realm of death to attend a funeral. Upon reaching the gates, Neti blocks her path, a silent sentinel awaiting orders. As each gate is passed, Neti demands the removal of one piece of Inanna's divine regalia, a crown, necklaces, robes, weapons, symbols of power and identity. This ritual stripping down to vulnerability is the ultimate test as Inanna approaches the domain of death. The imagery is powerful. A goddess, known for strength and splendor, standing naked and powerless, illustrating that crossing into the unknown requires humility and relinquishing former identities. Neti's presence in this tale teaches us 3 foundational truths. First, transformation requires surrender. The divine ornaments that Inanna must remove symbolize ego, attachments, and worldly power. This echoes a modern lesson. Profound personal change often demands letting go of familiar supports or identities that no longer serve. Whether starting a new chapter in life, healing from loss, or undertaking inner work, relinquishing control can feel daunting, but is essential for growth. Second, boundaries protect and define. Neti is not an antagonist, but a guardian of order. The 7 gates represent stages or limits that must be respected. In daily life, boundaries, whether emotional, physical, or spiritual, are vital to maintaining balance and protecting one's well-being. Enforcing these limits is an act of care, mirroring Neti's unwavering vigilance. Setting and respecting boundaries fosters a healthier relationship with oneself and others, creating spaces for safe transformation. Third, the inevitability of transition. Neti's domain governs the passage between life and death, reminding us that change is an eternal, universal process. The Sumerians invoked Neti in rituals to bind spirits and restore balance, function symbolizing an acceptance that endings and beginnings are intertwined in the cosmic cycle. This teaches us that embracing the flux of existence, with its cycles of loss and renewal, cultivates resilience and peace. Resistance to change often prolongs suffering, while acceptance opens the path to renewal. In addition to Inanna's narrative, Neti appears in the myth of Nergal and Ereshkigal, serving as the first gatekeeper who notices Nergal's arrival and helps facilitate his rise to the underworld's throne. Here again, Neti's role is as a mediator and enforcer of order within the cosmic hierarchy. Not merely a passive sentinel, but an active participant in ensuring rightful transition and authority. Neti is also referenced in the Death of Gilgamesh, where the figure receives offerings from priests invoking power over spirits and demons. These invocations reflect trust in Neti's unyielding commitment to the eternal laws that govern life, death, and rebirth. the symbolism associated with Neti is rich. The mountain of lapis lazuli, a divine and mystical feature tied to the underworld, highlights the sacred authority this gatekeeper embodies. Lapis lazuli's deep blue hue was revered by ancient cultures as heavenly and eternal, underlining Neti's role as a timeless enforcer of fate and cosmic law. This connection between earthly and divine realms emphasizes that the boundaries guarded by Neti are not mere physical separations, but sacred thresholds demanding reverence and solemn respect. To engage with Neti's teachings today, imagine approaching your own 7 gates, moments where you face decisions requiring you to shed old identities and pass through personal thresholds. Recognizing these moments as rites of passage rather than obstacles changes the energy of transition from fear to empowerment. The stripping away of the divine emblems of ego or limiting beliefs leaves space for new growth and reinvention. Respecting boundaries, as Neti's example shows, is a dynamic process. It is not about rigid exclusion, but about protecting what is essential for your well-being and honoring the sacredness of transition. In relationships and personal development, setting clear limits allows transformation to unfold in balanced and healthy ways. Finally, embracing the inevitability of change includes acknowledging endings without resistance and opening to the unknown with humility. Neti's role at the boundary teaches that fate is not to be feared, but accepted as a natural aspect of existence, a cosmic truth overseen by divine order. These ancient lessons resonate deeply, and inviting Neti's wisdom into your life can become a guide for navigating transitions with integrity and courage. With surrender, boundary awareness, and acceptance, the journey through your own gates can become a powerful path toward renewal and balance.
If you're facing a major life change or feeling overwhelmed by the need to let go of old parts of yourself, Neti's example offers a clear path. Approach your own gates with intention and respect. Identify what no longer serves your growth and provide ritual moments, small, deliberate acts of shedding, like removing a ring or writing down a limiting belief and releasing it. This concrete practice anchors the wisdom of surrender and boundary setting into daily life. Remember to honor the sacred space between what was and what will be. If this journey resonates, subscribe for more stories that unlock ancient wisdom for modern challenges. Stay rooted in the wisdom of the ages.